Hello, we are Enactus Seneca, a small but determined group of students from Toronto, Ontario. We all come from different backgrounds, each of us with a different story, but we have come together to create Access to Aspire. Access to Aspire is a multi-tiered project focusing on financial literacy and entrepreneurship that enables participants to engage with each component of the curriculum on a needs basis. Our mission is to empower, motivate, and encourage underprivileged youth in Toronto neighborhoods to break previous barriers and develop a life they never thought possible.
In 2014, the City of Toronto implemented the Toronto Strong Neighborhood Strategy, or TSNS for short. The purpose of this strategy is to tackle the severe inequalities throughout the city. The goal for the TSNS is to create more equitable outcomes in regards to social, economic, and cultural opportunities for all residents.
In order to identify the neighborhoods that needed help, TSNS created the Neighborhood Equity Index, which is designed to provide a composite measure of neighborhood well-being across a broad range of different thematic domains. As you can see, the different colors measure the severities of each domain with respect to the rest of the city. Out of the 140 neighborhoods in the GTA, 31 of them were designated as neighborhood improvement areas. As part of the strategy for TSNS, the City of Toronto have sectioned off the neighborhoods into different wards and have implemented neighborhood planning tables to manage the progress of each ward. Neighborhood planning tables are attended by a combination of residents, community agencies, local businesses, city councilors, and staff. These parties meet regularly to identify local priorities, plan solutions, and create partnerships for a strong neighborhood. This is where Enactus Seneca enters, with Access to Aspire. Access to Aspire will begin by targeting youth in the at-risk neighborhood of Scarborough Village. This neighborhood was chosen for its profile that showcases severe inequalities. More specifically, they have significantly higher unemployment rates at 14% in comparison to the city rate, which is 9%. 33% of the population in this community is considered to be low-income households. In contrast, the city rate is only 19%. These families typically make under $30,000 annually. Lastly, the rate of completion for post-secondary education is lower than the city average at 56%. We contacted the planning table responsible for this neighborhood to conduct a needs assessment of the community. After several meetings, we have identified two things. First, there is a huge need for financial literacy education, and secondly, several individuals would like to create a business based on their passion, such as catering or landscaping, but do not have the entrepreneurial skills or knowledge to successfully start and manage one. Take Dwight, for example. Dwight is 18 years old and lives with his parents in community housing in one of the neighborhood improvement areas in Toronto. Dwight is a passionate home cook and would love to be able to sell his food in order to generate income. However, he is not sure where to start and does not know how to run a business. Well, that's where we come in. Our initiative has three main components: an in-person workshop, an online certificate course, and Seneca's HELIX. The first tier is a free in-person workshop hosted by Enactus Seneca students, which will take place in local community hubs, libraries, or gymnasiums. This two-day workshop will build financial literacy fundamentals amongst participants and allow them to work individually and interactively in small groups to develop a sense of unity, connection, and commitment. The second tier is to be offered at a nominal fee through Seneca College and will lead to a micro-credential in business. During this course, the student will begin to learn more in-depth knowledge of entrepreneurship and will be introduced to key business concepts. Upon completion of this micro-credential, the student will receive a certificate of completion and will be directed to HELIX, Seneca's on-campus incubator. This will provide our youth with the tools and resources necessary to develop their ideas and eventually to own and operate their own business. The Enactus Seneca team will act as mentors and role models while keeping in continuous contact with the youth and be of assistance to them along the way through each tier of the program. The workshop is forecasted to take place over the span of 2 days. The first day will be an introduction to the learning content and will be focused primarily on financial literacy concepts. The second day will provide participants with base knowledge and insights of entrepreneurship to help them in understanding how to develop their own business in the future. The in-person crash course will contain financial literacy basics, such as managing and saving money, controlling debt, and protection against fraud and financial abuse. The course is designed to create effective learning opportunities by providing relatable case studies and personal activities from which the participants can gain knowledge and understanding. These activities will focus on the hobbies and personal interests of participants to emphasize the importance of creating business opportunities through their passions. Prosper Canada is a national nonprofit organization based out of Toronto that aims to help those in need of financial assistance and guidance. They are dedicated to the expansion of financial and economic opportunity for Canadians living in poverty. Prosper Canada has contributed to the creation of the course curriculum being presented in the workshop offered by Enactus Seneca. They provide and host resources that support the main objectives and beliefs of our project, making them a great collaborative partner. They have played a key role in the development of the foundation of content for the curriculum. The online course will begin with the continuation of financial learning and will discuss key entrepreneurial fundamentals. Organizational processes, effective communication, financial information for quantitative decision making, and marketing are the main concepts covered in the online course. The course content will provide participants with the information needed to be confident and motivated in making quality business decisions as well as personal finance decisions. The online course will also provide knowledge and insight on general business information, such as how to effectively communicate in a team setting, various decision-making tools, and marketing strategies to reach the desired audience. Upon completing the course, participants will be awarded a certificate of completion from Seneca College. Seneca 360 is a powerful initiative run by Seneca College. It provides nonprofit organizations with access to a range of professional services at no cost. For access to Aspire, Seneca 360 will enable us to offer a stable and secure online educational program for the second tier of our project. Seneca 360 employees are students and Seneca alumni who help make a positive impact and better deliver services to the community. Seneca 360 offers a variety of expertise and support, including web design, marketing, event management, and production. Lastly, the third tier of Access to Aspire is Seneca's HELIX, an on-campus incubator which supports entrepreneurs and early-stage startups by providing access to a state-of-the-art incubator workspace, networking opportunities, an innovation and entrepreneurship portal, and much more. Participants will have direct in-person access to all of the resources HELIX has to offer. There are 2 phases to the implementation plan. Phase 1 is developing the curriculum with help from our partner, Prosper Canada. We will also be collaborating with TSNS through the Southeast Scarborough Planning Table to help us structure the curriculum, and will be in regular communication with them to understand how to better accommodate the needs of the youth in their communities. Phase 2 will begin once social distancing has been reduced by the public health authorities in Toronto. Enactus Seneca and TSNS will pilot the first crash course in the community to optimize the project by making any required adjustments to the content of the course and its delivery. We will conduct 6 in-person workshops within the first year of project implementation. On average, 4 Enactus Seneca students will conduct each workshop, which will host 10 to 15 individuals per session, thus directly impacting 60 to 90 youth in the first year. Furthermore, each one of these youth will be able to better support their families in their quest for equality. Therefore, we intend to indirectly impact 200 to 300 individuals within a given neighborhood improvement area. The youth will be attending from various neighborhoods within Toronto and the GTA. Each year, we will increase the number of workshops, increasing the number of youth impacted. It is expected that the implementation of this project for the participants in this initiative will be life-changing. By targeting youth with aspirations for leadership, entrepreneurship, and financial freedom like Dwight, we will be able to support the youth that stand to benefit the most from this initiative. By providing a project that fosters growth and provides guidance for effective entrepreneurship, finance, and business management, We expect to provide communities with much needed support for the next generation of socially responsible business leaders. The first workshop was to be held in May of this year, but due to COVID-19, the Enactus Seneca team has had to postpone the delivery of our project to late 2020. Remember Dwight? Well, since completing all 3 tiers of the Access to Aspire program, he was able to develop his knowledge of financial literacy, effectively gaining the confidence to start a small business and launch a career that he never thought possible. Without Access to Aspire, Dwight would not be the entrepreneur he is today. Without Access to Aspire, Dwight would not be the man he is today. Help us make it possible for hundreds of youth like Dwight succeed. Access to Aspire is a multi-tiered program that, with the support of key partners, will enable youth to develop financial literacy and entrepreneurial skills so that their future is a brighter one. Let us empower our youth by granting them access to Aspire.